Welcome back to another YouTube video. I hope everyone is well. We've started the day off by meal prepping, absolute staple for us when it comes to the morning first thing. Also just done our health sups in the morning as well, so that's all prepared to go. The next thing on the agenda, which I obviously have done before in videos, which I'll keep showing you because I can't stress how important this is one, your blood glucose, and two, doing your blood pressure, especially if you are using any assistance. This is an absolute must. How often would you recommend? Every, what, 3 days a week or so? Yeah, roughly 3 days a week. We recommend you doing that on average. And if you can't do this or you've never done it before, you should not be taking steroids. Facts. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Fuck you, innit? Next one on the cards is my blood glucose. So people have been fucking hammering me for doing my thumb. So what I'll do for whoever commented about my thumb, do my finger. So similarly what you do is you prick your finger with this thing. It is kind of like a tense, like, you know, that sort of like, you just,
Squeeze it because in a second it will hemalise.
Squeeze it because it will hemalise. Thank you very much, Vicky. Got that from myself, learnt that.
Why did you do that for?
And it's a whopping 6. Fantastic. So I'm going to run you through the changes to my diet, expenditure, all that sort of good stuff, so you know how I'm approaching this mini cut and for ways for you to implement this as well within your day-to-day sort of routine. So like I said, when it comes to mini cutting, we need to be aggressive. Don't fucking waste time reducing your calories by a small amount and not seeing the changes that you want to see. We want to get in, get out. This is going to be 6 to 10 weeks, absolute max, depending on the body composition that you're in, okay? So my peak off-season food was 4,315 calories, 265 protein, 685 carb, 62 grams of fat for anyone that gives a fuck. My train day food now has been slashed by 800 calories. So right now I'm having 213 grams of protein, 547 grams of carb, and 60 fat, giving me 3,500 calories, okay? Rest day food, I think my peak was around 3,700, 3,800. Now I'm on 2,900. So as you can see, that's an 800 calorie drop on a train day. And that's also a 700 calorie drop on a non-train day, if I've got that right. So as you can see, fairly aggressive with the rate of loss there, which is needed. I want a high amount of food, so me going down to 3,500 on a train day is pretty bliss, if I'm honest with you. It's actually nice not to fucking eat sometimes, because for me, like, I have to, if I go out, like, I have to bring food with me, or I can't forget about food. And unfortunately, in the off season, if you miss a meal or you undereat, you're going to wake up the next day and you're going to be lighter, and it's going to affect your training sessions. It always happens to me. It fucking sometimes is annoying, but I always make sure that I get the calories in. So as you can see, aggressive in. Start to see that drop off. As you saw this morning, I was 88.5, 88.6, which is a new low, which is buzzing, from 91.7, which is good. Now, expenditure has been slightly increased as well, purely just down to the fact that, again, there's more tools to play with there. So I was originally doing 10,000 steps. Obviously, we've got dogs. We walk the dogs twice, 3 times a day sometimes. It's impossible for me to keep my steps under 10,000 most days. So I'm doing 12,000 both train day and rest day. So slight increase in expenditure there. Steps is really, really important when it comes to actually fucking burning more. If you do more throughout your day, you're going to burn more calories. Simple as that. So I think they say you burn on average around 60 calories per 1,000 steps that you do. So if you're doing 10,000, and let's say you go to 12,000, it's an extra 120 calories a day that you can burn. If you do that across a week, what is that? 704, no. 840? Fuck knows. Something around 800 calories, okay? That's 800 calories extra you can be burning just by doing extra 2,000 steps each day. And then cardio has been bumped up by 20 minutes a week. So I was originally doing 3 or 4 sessions of 15 minutes. I'm now doing 20 times 4 each week. So again, really important, especially for me now. using assistance, you got to do your cardio. Whether you like it or not, you should be doing your cardio, okay? So that's a staple all year round pretty much. And that is pretty much it in terms of the changes. And I hope to God I won't need to make any more adjustments. You got anything else to say about mini cuts, Vicky? Oh, you wasn't listening. Any advice for the people listening about mini cuts?
A diet is going to be as hard as you make it.
Yep.
I think that's something that I need to tell myself. If you moan, if you complain, if you tell yourself you're hungry, you're going to be hungrier. So just fucking suck it up.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. I think for me, what I see a lot of people do is they go automatically into a diet and they start changing their food choices around. They start being creative. And that, in my mind, triggers me to want to eat more shit, if you know what I mean. If I try and be fancy with my food, I get addicted to that sort of stuff. Sorry, I'm just talking to Wiks and talking to the camera at the same time. But you get what I mean. So what I've just basically done, and I will do a full day of eating on this, is I will take you through basically what I'm eating throughout the day, but it's probably the same shit that you've seen me eat over the last fucking year or so, but just less of it. And for me, keeping in that sort of routine, eventually when you do get leaner, when you do get hungrier, that's when you can start playing around with these things. But my advice, don't fucking play around with things, okay? Just keep it very simple, keep it basic, keep to what you are doing because you know it works well, and just crack the fuck on.
And be consistent, because if you're a fucking Monday to Friday person and then on the weekend go on benders, you're just going to undo the progress, okay?
Trust in that. There's nothing worse than seeing someone, oh, I've been consistent throughout the whole week, and then, oh, I went out on the weekend and I've just fucking ruined it. Well done.
And I don't understand why I'm not losing weight.
That's it. Fucking dickheads. Anyway, that's that. Write that one down. Hope that helps. Right, we'll give you a little bit of an update. I am 1 week into my mini cut. I am 3 kilos down from my highest weight so far, which is always quite normal to lose in that period of time. Like, you will lose in the first week quite a significant amount. So I weighed in this morning at 88.5, which is my lowest weight so far. My highest weight was 91.7, so we're definitely on track. It probably will slow down a little bit. I don't really want to be losing 3 kilos every single week because I'll probably end up looking like a little bitch by the end of it. But if we aim for about a kilo a week, which is just over 1% of my scale weight, I should be pretty sound. Today I'm going into training, and what I like to do in mini cuts and what I would recommend you guys doing is actually just resetting. So rather than going in and getting frustrated like I do, not being able to match my fucking previous and getting frustrated and throwing a tantrum like a fucking 12-year-old child, that's just me, unfortunately. It is, isn't it? I'm like a fucking kid half the time.
Yeah.
I get fucking pissed off. What I recommend doing instead is just reset. So reduce the weight by like 20%. And just work your way back up again. So just work on building that momentum from there. And then that just stops you from getting pissed off, because as we know, when stress is high, okay, in a fat loss phase, you're then going to hold on to create cortisol. And what happens from there is you're going to retain water. Stress is going to affect fat loss, okay? So it's really, really important you understand this, guys, okay? So
Why do you always do that?
it's just, I like to sound, like when I'm talking professional, I like to take the piss because I'm hardly professional at all at this moment in my life.
Okay.
So that's an update from me. I'm on TRT. I've not changed anything in terms of that aspect. That's just remained the same for now. And I'll get blood work next week to see kind of where we're at, and then I'll probably record that and go through that as well.
Are you getting
Vicky,
full blood work or just?
I just ordered
hormone?
the finger prick one, the hormonal one. So just the hormonal one, not the full shabam, just the hormonal one.
But you had the full shabam 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, I had the full shebang 4 weeks ago, which is really important before you do any fucking day. Anyway, what's your update, Vicky?
My update is I am still very fat. I'm still peak weight, peak off season. I may be mini cutting on not Monday, Thursday. I don't know yet, because basically we just want to get my training into a good spot, because when my training's in a good spot, my head's in a good spot, I don't throw tantrums, and I don't want to be going into a mini cut when my training's shit. So basically I deloaded for like 9 days, and when I'm back in, absolutely battered myself in the first session. And obviously I train like legs 4 times a week, so don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't train legs 4 days a week. Fucking simple.
Obviously I was doing growth hormone and L-carnitine and taking clenbuterol. For strength purposes, not for fat loss purposes. Stopped taking L-carnitine because those injections weren't very pleasant. And about 4 weeks ago, I actually started testosterone replacement therapy. My testosterone was... Right, I'm talking about something serious, and you're fucking ruining it again.
Love you.
Love you. started testosterone replacement therapy. My test was around 0.5, 0.4, so on the lower end of the spectrum. Could I increase it by addressing my adrenals? Yes, absolutely, but my goal long term is to turn pro and to be an IFBB pro. Hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully I didn't jinx it. So we decided to introduce testosterone just to bring me up within the normal ranges. I recently had my blood test done to see how I respond to the testosterone, and it's actually come back way higher than what I would have hoped. A lot of females start on around 3 milligrams of testosterone, which is the replacement dose, and brings you up to like the higher end of the reference ranges or normal ranges. Mine's actually above that, so either it's just a weird reading because I don't have any symptoms, my voice hasn't dropped, I'm tracking it daily, no anatomy changes according to George.
No clitoris changes, all right? Clitoris is beautiful.
Thank you very much. My face hasn't changed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I don't know what to say to that.
So, long story short, I think in this situation, because I'm looking at this, I'm thinking I ain't got much fucking room left. So, long story short, get your blood work done, especially as a female if you're going down this route, because it's super important. Because if you didn't get your blood work done, you could potentially be running on fucking higher amounts of tests for a long period of time, which means more side effects long term. We don't want that. We want to stay feminine, we want to stay sexy, beautiful. We don't want to fucking chin like a man, and I don't want to clip the size of my fucking penis, all right? Yeah, we're ready. Yeah, okay, stop. Just play it. You know the drill. You get it, you know the drill. Playlist, links down below. George Osborne UK drill. Let's run it up to 8,000 followers. Come on. So I got put in a school. I'm not a talker, I am a doer. Come on, you cunts! Let's get in the fucking gym, get massive. Got my non-stim pre-workout, unfortunately. But let's get fucking big. Shout for the camera.
Yeah, you're fucking not in the game!
Get your fucking nut in the game! Let's fucking go! Alright, testing. I'm hoping you can hear me. Got the mics up, so gonna dive into a little bit more throughout this training session. So sometimes I like a little bit of edit, sometimes I like a bit of talking. So let us know what you guys prefer in the comments as always. Like I said, I'm in for push, which is more chest focused rather than being like shoulder, tricep and chest. Chest is a weakness for me, so I always want to try and keep that volume nice and high. So I'm actually starting off with that flat dumbbell press. Now, if you watched the video from a couple of weeks ago, you know I threw a strop that I couldn't press the 55 kilo dumbbells. Today I'm going to go in and do the 50s, or do less, but just focus on just resetting and building up some momentum with it. Unfortunately, the Watson dumbbells are fucking heavy. There must be something to it. I don't care what anyone fucking says. They are heavy, because every other dumbbell that I use seems to be lighter. Anyway, just bullshit excuses really. I then move on to an incline press, so whether it'll be a Cybex piece of machinery or the incline Smith machine press. Then I'll move on to more of a horizontal upright press like this. Then I shall move on to the dip machine, tricep press down, and then a lateral raise. Got 20 minutes of cardio, and I will do a check-in in this video as well to show you what I'm looking like. Yes, they're there. Vicky's being retarded. Shout out the retards out there. Anyway, so yeah, carry on. That's the session. Break it down a little bit. 5 minutes to get the fucking bean in the game. Let's go. Trying to get massive. Trying to protect the muscle. Trying not to be a little bitch boy. And yeah, now I feel really uncomfortable because there's like 20 people around me trying to record a YouTube video. And I still can't fucking do it. Anyway, let's go. Bye.
I'm the reason that your man them bleed. You can't style on me. Walk in the dance with vine on me. Get us bust up with a wine on me.
Big haze, lockdown, HMP. Get me mine, nigga, lose. Fresh home. You get me drastic measure. You have to deal with them properly.
Right, I always start on a pec deck before I go into any compound movement, because I've got a shit chest and I struggle to connect with it. I always do an isolation just to get some blood flow in there. And when it comes to the compound work, I actually connect with my chest a lot better, because I struggle massively on those bigger movements to actually feel anything. This massively helps.
Running, but if I catch up on my don him, he's holding his waist like say he's gonna back it, he ain't gonna back it, he ain't on nothing. One arm and when I've reached for the Sutton. 2 hands slapped and I keep it cutting. The bells and the weapon rotten. If you get hit, that's you in a coffin. Have you ever seen a pagan's mother run up her mouth to defend her son? It goes in one ear and straight out the other. Grip on my cutter is gonna get long. Even if I'm outnumbered, I'm still on job, I ain't going out wrong. This car's only made for 5, but I got 6 man squash on the dong. K1 chopped off the shotgun handle and nearly ended up breaking a mash. Why so careless? Stop what you're doing and give me it back. 2 shot, 2 net, 3 for the back, so I hung out the passenger side and crash. Thought it was bad, so I flew out the passenger side with my splash. My mask on toes, got a beam on a hang on. Now when I beam on my hang on, and asking ops if the ops, if I see that it's ops, then I really will slap one. Also been eating at the belly and back when I wanted the older bro, not the fat when I'm late for the glide, but I've got the bind, so bro better stop moaning and just hang on. So much buying for the hang on. Tuesday I'm generous, you may as well have one. Ties with all us get back.
I always use liquid chalk. Whether it does anything or not, probably not, but for me, like psychologically, alright, I feel a lot stronger when I've got a bit more grip, so give it a go. Try and use a little bit of liquid chalk before you do any sort of like dumbbell pressing, free weight pressing in general, and it massively helped my head stay fucking locked in. So, gonna keep things fairly light. 45 kilo dumbbells is what I'm gonna go for. And I'm just gonna rep it with really good form, really good depth, and actually finish the set and fill my pec. That's the goal, without being frustrated.
I'm a London scam. I see it, I want it, I click it. Nights in the bando, pirates whipping. Next day man started clicking. No ooh, I'm waitress tipping. Bad beat, come and take this dicking. Codeine, that's what I'm sipping. Money, that's what I'm missing. Look, I'm a London scammer. I see it, I want it, I click it. Nights in the bando, pirates whipping. Next day man started clicking. No ooh, I'm waitress tipping. Bad beat, come and take this dicking. Codeine, that's what I'm sipping. Money, that's what I'm missing. Swing me a Monzo with your dozens. Either way, we're making thousands. I make so much money, I might have to get an account. And Main Streets fuck up the holders' credit. I said, do you really want to take that risk? Look, I make more money than trappers and shit. I bought fools off the dark web, but I got bumped, that shit was dead. Didn't want to take that L, so I took out credit instead. Click 80 packages from Next, of course the address got blacklisted.
Fuck it. Sheesh. Fucking, you're jacked. What do... Sorry. What do people think of these hoist pieces of equipment? I don't know if I'm a big fan. It's just so weird, like when you're like pressing and it just sort of like it like moves. It's strange. Like I don't really know if I like it or not. It just feels like I'm floating almost. Let us know in the comments. Do you like the hoist stuff or do you like the hoist stuff? Because at the moment, man's not a fan. So I decided in the end to do incline Smith because I was warming up that hoist piece and can't get over like moving whilst doing the movement. I've used a few of their pieces and I just don't really like it. The only one I like is the bicep curl really, but that one's me no gusta. If an exercise doesn't feel great, don't fucking do it, okay? There are plenty more variations of an incline press, especially at this gym, that I can implement. So if you notice that you don't like a movement or you're not connecting with it, you're not getting on with it, don't fucking do it, okay? Write that one down, fucking I'll send you my bank details, transfer me money for that free fucking advice.
Pretty face, pretty lips, take a picture, you look pretty sucking dick. Bit of advice, just give me throat, I hate when girls try choking a tick. How do your jeans then fit? I see that bunda turn to visionary. Hit me up, cause I'm trying to hit, call me a man and a missionary. Good girls hold guns for bad boys. She want cowboy and a cowboy. Hot fucks won't fuck with the AG tucks, so they envy me like cowboy. I need a J Cole, no mouthway. Snakes be slithering. I gotta get rid of him, gotta get another set and think feds listening. I love seeing little bro smile, you see VVs just glistening.
Right, so we did our horizontal press. We then did an incline Smith press. Then we went on to our vertical press. So if you're doing 2 flat press movements in a session, one horizontal, like a flat dumbbell press, one vertical, like an upright sort of chest press you just saw then. Now we're gonna move on to our pec fly. So at this point in the session, it's just focus on getting a good fucking pump. Then we move on to our BORNE accessory sort of work, and then we're fucking done. So this session should not be taking any longer than 90 minutes. If you're spending fucking 3 hours training push or chest, you need to reevaluate your life. You don't really, but it's a bit long to train chest, if I'm honest with you. Right, this fly is immaculate. Hits the spot really, really nice. Sounds a bit sus, but it's true. Right, we're finishing off with some side delts. This machine doesn't hurt my side delt at the moment. We'll keep it real on this channel. It's all about keeping it real and honest. I injected my side delt the other day. It's a little bit toasty today, so it feels like I've been punched in the arm. And any sort of lateral raise that I've done so far has aggravated it a little bit. That's the reality of being a steroid user, unfortunately. So we keep it honest, we keep it real here. Things like that do happen, let's be honest. So I might just go a little bit lighter today and just get some blood flow in there, which might help the recovery. But this one, seated Atlantis one with like 3D retained handles, seems to be quite comfortable for me, so we'll give it a shot. That was a good pun then. Give it a shot. I am doing my 20 minutes of cardio post-workout. I always do a post-workout at the moment because at the moment I'm not on prep, so normally if I was in a prep I would do it first thing in the morning because I like the routine of getting up, taking your fastest ups, going to do your cardio, coming back and feeling like productive and trying to keep that as far away as possible when it comes to my training. At the end of the day, it doesn't necessarily matter when you do your cardio, being honest with you. Even in a mini cut, it doesn't matter whether you do it first thing in the morning, whether you do it before you go to bed, whether you do it post-workout, it doesn't matter. As long as you're just getting in what needs to be done. So with my cardio at the moment, I'm just doing 20 minutes 4 times a week. Now, obviously, just to give you obviously a perspective right now, is cardio needed? No. Do I take steroids? Yes. So in my opinion, cardiovascular fitness and health as an assisted user is absolutely pivotal. If you're not doing cardio and you're taking gear, you're fucking absolutely stupid. You should not be taking steroids in the first place. So in my opinion, like, this is absolutely fundamental for me all year round, regardless of what phase that I'm in right now. And obviously right now, I can lose weight without doing any cardio. I proved that in 2022 in my competition prep. I didn't do any cardio and I got stage lean. So cardio is just a tool to create a deficit. So in a mini cut setting, you don't need to be doing any cardio if you don't need it. For me, the goal here is to get in and out as quickly as I can. So I'm going to use cardio as a tool to create a large deficit. Hope that makes sense. So usually I go off by ideally my RPE. Normally I go off by the time when it comes to cardio. I don't focus on anything else. So as long as I'm doing 20 minutes, it doesn't necessarily matter. So the variable I'm tracking here is the time, not the pace, not the calories burned, not the speed. Obviously I try and progress the speed over time, but I don't care if one day I burn 120 calories or 140 calories. Like, the time is what I'm tracking here, guys. So just be obviously aware of that when you're doing your cardio. But other than that, I find it therapeutic. Go on my phone, look at shit, reply to clients, all that sort of stuff. I'm all for it. So we're here for a good time. And I quite like it, if I'm honest with you, because you get to watch people in the gym and be nosy and pre on what they're doing. It's great, love it. So yeah, hopefully that explains things for you. Anywhere between 120 to 150 beats per minute. So usually for me, I'm a bit of a fat bastard right now, so I go up to 140 pretty quickly.
Sonic goes in one ear and straight out the other. Grip on my cutter is gonna get long. Whatever, man. Even if I'm outnumbered, I'm still on job. I ain't going out wrong. I am. This car's only made for 5, but I got 6 man squashing a dong. K1 chopped off the shotgun handle and nearly ended up breaking a mash. What you doing?
Just a view. That is getting easier the more I do it, which is good. Cardio should get easier the more you do it, in my opinion. I remember being on prep and it used to be fucking lightweight. Like, I would just be fit as a fiddle. It'd be fucking so hard for me to get my heart rate up to 120 beats per minute. My resting heart rate was like 37. Wild stuff, but breeze, I enjoyed it. Let's fucking crack on. Right, so week 1 in the mini cut, this is where I'm at. Guys, drop a like for this video because I am keeping on top of these, even though I don't want to really take physique updates at the moment because I look like a bag of shit, but we'll keep it real because this channel, like we always fucking say, is about keeping it real. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. Comment down below pen if you have watched the whole thing. Tried to provide a little bit more insight regarding what I am doing right now. So if you enjoyed this a little bit more in depth about cardio, macros, all that sort of good stuff, then please let us know if you'd like to see more. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. I shall see you guys in the next one.